Alright, testing. Good. Now let us continue our ADAS series into the third video when we talk about the definitions and shape of our AS curves. Okay, now notice I mentioned the AS curves because we are going to have to break it down into two curves. One is the SRAS and the LRAS. Now, don't worry, we'll talk about that soon. Okay, now remember, AS is a relationship between AQS at different price levels, right? And what is AQS? Just like what we mentioned in our QS, quantity supplied, it is the planned real output supplied by an economy at a particular price level. 嗱，呢個我唔嘥時間，好唔好啊？嗱，the more important thing is actually below when we talk about the shape of short run AS and the long run AS. Okay, now first of all, now let's start with the image here. Now this is getting complicated. Now remember, when we talk about AD, it was just like a demand curve, right? Now the problem is when it comes to AS curves, things are not as easy. For short run AS, it looks exactly like our supply curve, right? 係咪同我哋 supply 一樣嘅？ But now we also have another curve. We call it the long run AS curve. Okay, it is vertical, not upwards sloping. Okay, now, then you may be asking, what is the definition of long run versus short run? Okay, now we will talk about that very soon. But for now, let's remember, long run stands for two implications. 有兩個意思嘅。Okay, now first implication, it means all naturally available factors are employed. Basically, no wastage. Now here, you notice I use the word all naturally, okay? All naturally available resources. I'm not saying all resources. Now, therefore, what does that mean? At long run, here, long run AS, unemployment, you cannot say unemployment rate is zero. 嗱，仍然有失業㗎，得唔得？只不過係 naturally, okay, all available resources, naturally available, are being employed, right? Now, what does that mean by natural employment, right? Now, we are not going to talk about that because it is out of syllabus, okay? Now, but physically, think about it. An economy is changing, right? Sometimes an economy will move in different directions. For example, Hong Kong right now. Now, Hong Kong, we used to rely on, let's say, tourism, right? On trading, logistics, those kind of things. But now, because of the virus, people, they need to change their occupation. So during the change, they need to have some transitions, right? The so-called transitioning. Now, the transition takes time, and during that time, they may be unemployed. Now, those we call natural unemployment. Okay, now, but forget about it. It's out of syllabus right now. Now, second, it also means prices are fully flexible. What does that mean? What is prices are fully flexible? In fact, let's move on to the next page. Now, remember, SRAS upward sloping. Now, what does upward sloping means? It means higher the price level, higher the AQS. While LRAS is vertical in shape, it means that no matter how price level changes, AQS would not change. Okay, so what is going on here? Now it has something to do with imperfect adjustment of input and output prices. Now let's make a story here. Now remember, in an economy, we have two markets. On one market, we have a product market. For example, Big Mac. We also have factor market. Okay, now let's put it in perspective. Now product market, basically this is our Big Mac. Okay, and factor market, the market you employ the factors. Basically, we are talking about the McDonald's workers. The workers are in factor market, while the Big Mac itself is in product market. Now usually what happens? Usually it goes like this. Price level increases, right? So our product price would increase, right? 係嘛? Now this is on one hand, but usually even if price level increases, what happens to their wage? Wage usually becomes unchanged. Okay, now in fact, not just wage, but factor price usually remains unchanged. How come? Because of contract. Okay, now for example, let's say very easy, right? Very easy. Big Mac increase in price, but then those McDonald workers, they signed the contract for 1 year. 1年合約啦，係嘛? So even though maybe during that year the price level increased by let's say 3 times, their wage has to follow the contract. Now therefore, usually in the short run, product price can move very fast, but factor price does not move, or even if they move, only very slowly. Now what does that mean? It means that here our revenue to the companies would increase. 嗱呢個係佢嘅收入嚟㗎嘛。On another hand, McDonald's, they need to pay the workers, so their cost remains unchanged. Higher revenue, unchanged cost. What does that mean? It means profit would go up. So when profit would go up, would they make more or make less? Of course, they would make more. Therefore, you see, higher the price level, higher the AQS, upward sloping. OK 就係咁解啦，記住啦，原來係 product 嗰邊行得快啲嘅，通常加價係加得好快嘅，減價都減得好快係咪？通常唔減價啦係咪？嗱加價加得好快，但係人工又唔會貴咗啊，係咪啊 ？Therefore, you see, revenue increases but cost remains unchanged. Profit increase, AQS increased. 得唔得？ So this is why it is upward sloping. OK 係嘛？應該畫呢度啊，傻咗啊 ，sorry 啊，let's do it again. Kind of like this. This is a product market. This is a factor market. Now usually what happens? Price level increases. Product price increase. Here, price level increases. Usually factor price remains unchanged. Now therefore, we know revenue would go up, but cost would remain unchanged. Together, it means profit would go up. When you make more profit, you make more product. 係咪啊? So, higher the price level, higher the AQS, upward sloping. 得唔得？嗱呢個就係啦 short run 啦。Now long run, what happens Remember, one of the definition of long run is that we are fully flexible pricing. Okay, let me use green. So what does flexible pricing mean? It means that now factor price should be flexible to follow product price. Now product price is always flexible. 加價加得好鬼快㗎，係咪啊？ But in the long run, factor price also fully flexible. Now when this increase and this increase, in the long run, cost would also increase. Now therefore, revenue and cost increase at the same time, at the same rate, because they are fully flexible. Profit will not change. As profit will not change, AQS also would not change. 因為你冇賺到啊，其實係嘛？你冇賺多咗啊！你而家係 long run 個 price level 高咗，但係你唔會賺多咗啊？得唔得？你唔會賺多咗，你咪唔會做多咗咯，係咪啊 ？So in long run, no matter how price level changes, AQS doesn't change. That's why it is vertical in shape. Okay? Another one we need to know would be capacity constraint. Now, flexible pricing, it only sets it is a vertical, but at which point it is being vertical? 咁幾多幾少點決定啊？上面我哋只係話佢係一條直線啫嘛，我哋冇話係放邊度嘅直線喎。Another thing we need to know, we call it the capacity constraint, because in the long run, all naturally available factors are being employed. So, how much you can output, it's determined by how good the factors can produce. OK， 究竟呢啲 factor 做得幾快啦？係嘛？視乎你啲人幾叻，你嘅機器幾勁啦。OK，it depends on your capacity to produce. It has nothing to do with price level, just like we mentioned. OK， now basically 講得俗啲即係咩意思啊 ？How much factor you have. Okay, how much factor you have determines how much you make. 係咪？你手牌有幾多，你咪整到幾多咯。Okay, so these are the reasons. Again, why one is upward sloping, one is vertical. It can be all factored into this story. Okay, this story we talk about product market and factor market because their change in price is quite different. Product market usually move faster than factor market in the short run. So short run, the company earns more revenue because of price level increase, right? So make more profit, make more. But then in the long run, by definition, it should be fully flexible. Now therefore, despite an increase in price level, they won't earn more. Won't earn more, won't make more. So how much do they make? It depends on how much they have in terms of factor. 係咪佢究竟手頭上有幾多手牌啦 ？Okay, so we call it capacity constraint. Now, in older textbook, you may see they say like something like sticky price, sticky wage, and then imperfect info. Now forget about all these names, okay? Now, according to HKEAA, these names are no longer required. You just need to know this story. It would be good enough. Okay? Now, again, this page, don't hesitate. You need to fully recite this page. 背晒佢，唔好諗咁多。Okay? Would it appear in DSE? Yes. You will see it in DSE. Okay, DSE, you need to explain. For example, practice paper 2016, explain with one reason why short run is upward sloping. So next time, in your year, they can ask why LRAS is vertical. Possible, right? Then you need to answer because the flexible pricing and capacity constraint. yes, and capacity constraint. Right? 嗱，我唔抄啦嘛。嗱 again, how to write it? You just look at the notes by yourself. I'm not going to waste your time. Okay, so that's it for this video. Next video, we are going to dive into the factors affecting SRAS and LRAS, and then we do some exercise. Okay, so let's continue in our next video. Bye bye.